what you're doing is people think when they see an armbar first, they think it's my arms, two of my arms versus that one person's arm. So they're pulling on the armbar, like you're saying. And what I teach is I say, this is a $500 move. You're going to use your entire body to do a submission. So now pace, rather than thinking of pulling the arm, paste the arm and make it part of your bioflow. And now start to do the armbar. And what you will do is you'll get that armbar before the elbow even locks out, because they can feel that their limb is about to be detached from their entire body.
However, what you can't expect someone to do is to do that with that intensity and that technique if they can't segmentally extend areas of their spine.
Right.
New topic. So we get back to the idea of body control and the idea that, yeah, it's one thing to be able to absorb that. And what you're saying is that you're going to change your body position and bring them along with you. But people who don't have the ability to extend, that's going to end up being a spot where they can't continue, and then they're going to have to bleed it out into another area of their body, which brings us nicely into the idea of prerequisites for things like this.
Right. Because you cannot move where you cannot move.
Cannot move where you cannot move.
I don't know why that concept is so difficult for many people to get. They just want to do patternized training. This is why something like kin stretch is the ultimate training for something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The ability to develop those prerequisites. Like, I meet so many people who are doing Jiu-Jitsu, and let's say they're doing a triangle choke is a really common one. They can't do a triangle choke. So they make these excuses of my legs are too short. They can't wrap around the head and the arm, yada, yada, yada. But really, if you take them out of that, the reason oftentimes why they've never been able to do something like a triangle choke is because they don't have the prerequisites to do it. So something like a triangle choke requires a decent amount of hip external rotation out of one of the hips. Now, if someone doesn't have the amount of external rotation to do what is requested from the triangle choke, they will, in fact, never be able to do the triangle choke. Then what you hear is you hear the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach just yell louder, and they say, do more reps, do more reps, do more reps. But they're just practicing something that they'll never be able to accomplish. So rather, you should pull the athlete out and see, well, hell, do they actually have the prerequisite to do the move I'm coaching them? If I see that, if I'm watching someone struggle with a triangle choke, I pull them off, I look at the hip. If they don't have a hip to do it, we're not drilling triangle choke today. They can drill an arm bar today. Then we're going to use FRC and kin stretch to make a hip. We eventually get them hip external rotation. Now they have access to a hip. Now they can actually practice the movement, of which now they'll be able to get. So if you don't have the prerequisites, your game is less diverse. You have less weapons on your hip of which you can select to fight with. So as we know with movement variability, the more access to motion, the more options you have to learn movement.